On the vast savanna, survival is not determined solely by strength. For wild dogs, each hunt is a test of timing, distance, and risk. They know when to attack, when to wait, and when to retreat. The journey ahead is a story of collective strength, patience, and choices that determine survival. The African wild dog, also known as the painted wolf, is a highly organized predator. Each weighing around 50 to 70 pounds, smaller than a lion or leopard, their strength comes from their unity. No one separates from the pack. All actions are geared towards the common good. A pack can consist of up to 30 individuals, traveling dozens of miles a day. They hunt by dividing into groups, blocking paths, and surrounding prey. Every step is precisely coordinated. Wild dogs can reach speeds of nearly 44 miles per hour and maintain them over long distances. Their success rate is over 80%, higher than any other large predator in Africa. In the arid savanna environment, they rely on endurance, discipline, and cooperation. When one animal is injured, the entire pack stops to wait. The survival of the pack depends on coordination, not individual strength. The morning on the savanna passed peacefully. The herd of impala moved slowly through the lowlands. They were known for their speed and agility, capable of leaping up to 9 feet and reaching speeds of around 55 miles per hour. In brief moments, speed helped the impala escape. But as the chase dragged on, that advantage gradually disappeared. At the edge of the savanna, the pack of wild dogs began to appear. They didn't charge immediately. No rush, no risk. The individuals spread out in familiar formations, silently controlling the open space and shallow pools ahead. The goal wasn't to catch up as quickly as possible, but to maintain constant pressure. When the impala sensed danger and sprang into action, the wild dogs maintained a steady pace. They didn't accelerate suddenly. 2 dogs flanked it from the sides, while others blocked its path. Impala constantly changes direction and leaps to escape, but each jump further depletes its energy. The relentless pressure gradually slows the prey down. On rocky slopes and in sparse forests, baboon troops live in a state of heightened vigilance. Adult baboons are strong, intelligent, and always maintain a topographical advantage. With their powerful jaws and quick reflexes, they are not easy prey to approach. Wild dogs are well aware of this risk. They do not attack directly or confront the adult baboons. The entire pack stops, observes, and waits. When the baboon troop moves through an open area, a young baboon slows down and separates from the group. The wild dogs immediately act. They gently steer the baboon, blocking its return to higher ground and maintaining constant pressure. The attack is quick and controlled. The wild dogs win and then retreat immediately. In nature, victory sometimes comes from knowing when not to fight. For wild dogs, survival is about choosing the right moment and controlling risk. On the vast savanna, herds of wildebeest move in long lines. They are large, heavy, and always rely on numbers for self-protection. When moving together, each individual blends into the dense mass, making it difficult for predators to choose a clear target. The wild dogs don't charge into the center of the herd. They approach from the outer edges, where weaker or slower individuals are more likely to be exposed. No single dog pursues for too long. Individuals take turns approaching, creating constant pressure, but without exhausting too much of each individual's energy. When a wildebeest begins to fall behind, the wild dogs maintain a sufficient distance. They don't give the prey time to rest. Each time the wildebeest slows down, another wild dog advances, maintaining a steady pursuit rhythm. The collective endurance gradually exhausts the prey. Finally, the wildebeest separates completely from the herd. The pack of wild dogs closed the circle and took control. Victory came not from a single dominant individual, but from the shared burden among the pack. On the savanna, wild dogs demonstrated a clear principle. When the collective carries the load, even large prey can collapse. Survival lies not in individual strength, but in the ability to cooperate persistently. On the savanna, lions appear with a slow, controlled gait. Their large size, powerful muscles, and quick reflexes give them an advantage in any direct confrontation. When a lion stands firm in its territory, it is an opponent that very few species can safely confront. The pack of wild dogs approached from a distance. They did not charge or attempt to surround the lion. The individuals moved around, maintaining a steady distance and observing the lion's every reaction. Each step was carefully considered to avoid a situation that could harm the entire pack. When the pack of wild dogs got closer, the lion turned its head, stood upright, and gave a clear warning signal. The pack of wild dogs immediately stopped. There was no attempt to get any closer. None of them crossed the established safe boundary. The confrontation ended without a fight. The pack of wild dogs retreated in an orderly fashion, maintaining their formation and strength. On the savanna, victory isn't always measured by taking down an opponent. For wild dogs, preserving their strength and retreating at the right time are the most important survival decisions. On the edge of the open forest, the leopard moves alone, silently, and with controlled steps. It is a very powerful predator when operating alone, with a flexible body, quick reflexes, and the ability to strike accurately. In confined spaces and areas covered by trees, the leopard often holds a clear advantage. The pack of wild dogs quickly assesses the situation and chooses a cautious approach. They spread out around it, maintaining a steady distance to create constant pressure. No one gets too close. Each individual stands in its designated position, forcing the leopard to constantly distract itself in multiple directions. When the pressure is maintained for a sufficient amount of time, the leopard's solitary hunting advantage begins to wane. It is no longer able to focus on a single point. Its movements become slower and more cautious, as there is no longer a safe space. The pack of wild dogs maintained a steady rhythm, maintaining just enough presence to force their opponent to retreat. Finally, the leopard withdrew to the dense vegetation. The pack of wild dogs stopped as soon as a safe distance was established. There was no direct confrontation, but the outcome was clear. Leopards are strong when operating alone, while wild dogs survive through coordination and the ability to know when to stop.
So now, checking after the turn, they're gonna cut.
On the open savanna, buffalo move in tight formations. An adult can weigh from 1,100 to over 1,500 pounds and stand nearly 6 feet tall at the shoulder. While in a herd, their collective strength and protective horns make them a threat that even large predators must be wary of. Wild dogs don't directly confront the buffalo herd. They patiently observe from a distance, monitoring every movement. When a buffalo separates from the protective formation, the entire pack immediately shifts positions and focuses on that lone individual.
Also buy the private cars.
The wild dogs move around the perimeter, maintaining constant but controlled pressure. No one risks getting too close. The pressure is distributed evenly throughout the pack, gradually rendering the lone buffalo incapable of effective resistance. The hunt ended with victory for the pack of wild dogs. On the savanna, buffalo are almost invulnerable when in a herd. But when separated, the collective strength and close coordination of the wild dogs can decide the outcome. The journey of the wild dogs shows that survival is built on sound decisions rather than brute strength. They know when to advance, when to cooperate, and when to stop to avoid jeopardizing the entire pack. It is this ability to choose the right moment that has allowed wild dogs to endure amidst the harsh laws of nature.
Can you scare them?
On the vast grasslands, where life is always full of power, the lion enters every confrontation with superiority. With a weight of over 400 pounds and a fierce pounce, it always has the initiative. Every step reflects a sharp attack instinct. The following moments recreate how the lion asserts its position as the pinnacle of nature.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Oh no, it's already.
Near the riverbank, a crocodile over 12 feet long approached the lions because of the lingering smell of rotting flesh. With a bite force of about 3,000 SNSI, it was an opponent that even lions had to be wary of. But when the crocodile came ashore, its heavy body made it difficult for it to turn. A lioness discovered it and immediately warned. Crocodile slithered closer to the food, creating tension. Lions do not share their prey, so conflict broke out immediately. When the crocodile was stuck on the sand, the hungry lions were forced to
Oh my
react.
goodness! Oh my god! Oh no, it's already beginning.
They used their numbers to close in.
Oh my god, this is so
A male lion moved forward to distract them, while two other lions pressed from both sides. Crocodile struggled, but was too slow on land to take advantage of its inherent strength in the water. Pressure from many directions forced the crocodile to retreat to the water's edge. The encounter revealed a familiar truth. Crocodiles are only truly strong underwater, while on land, lions have the upper hand thanks to numbers and coordination. One afternoon in the grasslands, a mature buffalo weighing nearly 1,500 pounds broke away from its herd. With its strong, curved horns and powerful charge, it could seriously injure a lion with just one toss. But that very power made the buffalo a target that lions had to risk, because just one lion could feed the herd for days. When the buffalo discovered the lions surrounding it, it dove into the lake to escape. But as soon as it left the water's edge, the group of lions immediately pursued it. They split up, some pressing from the front, the rest closing in from behind. The coordinated tactics gradually exhausted the buffalo. A slip caused a broken leg, but the buffalo still turned and pushed back the first lion. At that moment, two other male lions appeared. One distracted the buffalo, forcing it to turn around, while the other two charged from two sides. Each move clearly demonstrated the strategy of division and ambush. The outcome was quickly in the lion's favor. The persistence of an individual buffalo could not overcome the closely coordinated strategy of the hunting group. On dry land, a pack of wild dogs is moving their shelter. They are known for their strong social nature, good coordination, and constant protection of each other. But lions see wild dogs as direct competitors, not prey. When they detect signs that the pack has cubs or is moving its den, lions can attack to eliminate the threat, a familiar form of intra-guild predation in nature.
Oh no!
lioness suddenly rushes forward and grabs a wild dog. The other two immediately turn around, running in opposite directions to create a distraction. Thanks to their group cohesion, they break the lioness's focus and rescue the trapped member. Soon after, a male lion appears.
Fighting.
He is calmer, stronger, and more assertive in territorial conflicts. When he grabs another wild dog, the pack turns around again. But this time, the male lion does not let go. The superior strength and weight made the wild dog's efforts unsuccessful. The encounter ended in a heavy silence. Lion maintained the dominant position, while the wild dog lost a member, clearly demonstrating the fight. On a low knoll, a group of hyenas are feeding on a carcass they have just plundered. Hyenas are known for their tenacity and often compete directly with lions, as they both seek the same food source. When their numbers are equal, encounters between the two species can become extremely tense. Heavy footsteps gradually appear. A group of lions approaches, forcing the hyenas to run away to avoid conflict. But behind them, a young hyena is slower than the others. A male lion notices and immediately approaches. The male lion attacks quickly, severely wounding the young hyena. This is not an indiscriminate action, but an instinctive strategy to reduce future threats and protect the group's territory. The adult hyenas return roaring, but the lions are so outnumbered that they cannot approach. The food is completely lost, and the lions maintain control of the area. The confrontation ended with the lion having the upper hand, as it used strength and strategy to defend its territory. In the open grassland, 3 male cheetahs were fighting over territory. In the chaos, 2 male lions appeared. One of them rushed in first, taking advantage of the moment when the cheetah was off guard. With its light body and thin muscles, the cheetah was completely at a disadvantage when ambushed at close range. The lion's approach ended quickly. One cheetah was caught and taken down almost immediately. Although it was the fastest species, the cheetah did not have enough strength to fight the lion in close combat. In another area, 2 cheetahs were moving along the bushes. A lioness silently watched and suddenly rushed in. One cheetah managed to escape, but the other was held down. The difference in strength prevented it from rising up. On the open prairie, a herd of wildebeest is moving along a familiar path. This species makes up nearly half of the lion's diet, and a mature individual can provide up to 500 pounds of meat. Compared to buffalo or giraffe, wildebeest are safer targets for lions. Hidden in the short grass, a lioness patiently bides her time. When a wildebeest breaks away from the herd, it accelerates. Capable of reaching speeds of nearly 50 miles per hour in a moment, the lioness quickly closes the gap. The wildebeest fights back hard, trying to turn to escape, but the lioness chooses the right moment. It lunges, holding the neck, a control method that saves energy and ends the chase in a short time. The other lions in the herd quickly join in. The combined force and coordination left the wildebeest with little chance of resistance. The attack was a clean slate. The lioness who initiated the hunt provided an important source of food for the group, true to her role in the lion pack structure. On a mild morning in the grasslands, a lone leopard moves slowly along the edge of the bush. It weighs between 80 and 160 pounds, is quiet and cunning, often making a quick strike at the neck of its prey to finish the hunt. Despite its agility, it always faces a much superior opponent, the lion. Not far ahead, a pride of lions patrols its territory. Each lion weighs nearly 400 pounds, sticks together in groups, and often views leopards as competitors for food. In some areas, as many as 1/5 of leopards are killed by lions, reflecting the difference between pack strength and solitude. The leopard suddenly finds itself in a dangerous situation when 12 lions appear from several directions. They form a tight circle, advancing steadily and decisively. The leopard gives a warning cry, trying to keep its distance, but the overwhelming number forces it to retreat. Each reaction was blocked, the circle narrowing.
Dus Leopard mij toch al bestaan.
In another area, a mother leopard stood in front of a small hollow that might have been a hiding place for her cub. A lioness suddenly accelerated and charged in. The mother leopard jumped up to counterattack, delivering a sharp blow and then quickly retreating in another direction. This was a familiar tactic. Lead the threat away from the important position. Avoid direct confrontation to keep the cub safe. When the circle was completely closed, the lone leopard could no longer escape the overwhelming power of the lions. The gap between individual agility and the strength of a group was clearly visible. The encounter ended quickly. The Speedmaster Cheetah is still no match for the lion in a direct confrontation, especially in surprise ambush situations. In the ever-changing rhythm of the grasslands, the lion remains the leader in every confrontation. Its strength, speed, and coordinated strategy help it overcome the most dangerous situations.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
Each encounter shows the determination and sharp attack instinct of this species. Despite the constantly changing environment, the lion still asserts its mark as the natural ruler. Its journey is a clear demonstration of its superior strength in the wild.